If bedtime feels more stressful than restful, you are definitely not alone. This is the Sleep Circle, where we test sleep tools, explore routines, and share what actually works. I'm Madison, and today we're covering 8 Sleep versus Casper. Here's the thing: most comparisons like this get wrong. They'll tell you 8 Sleep beats Casper or Casper beats 8 Sleep, like you're choosing between two of the same thing, but you're not. These are two products that aren't even in the same category. And once you see why, this decision gets a lot easier. So instead of asking which one is better, I want to walk through what each one actually does physically and let that tell us who it's really for. So let's start with the basics. Casper is a mattress. Foam, coils, covers, the whole structure that holds your body up at night. When you buy a Casper, you're replacing your bed. 8 Sleep's pod is something else entirely. It is not a mattress. It's actually a smart cover system that goes on top of the mattress that you already own. And inside of it, there's fluid-filled tubing wired to a hub that heats or cools water and pumps it through the cover, plus sensors reading your body while you sleep. So you're not replacing your bed, you're adding a layer of tech to it. And that distinction changes the actual question you're answering. With Casper, it's what mattress should I buy? With 8 Sleep, it's what should I add to the mattress that I already have? It's two very different shopping trips for two very different people. Casper's cooling is passive. The newer models use perforated foam, breathable covers, and materials designed to pull heat away from your body and let it dissipate into the room. It works by not trapping heat in the first place. So there's no cord, no app, nothing to turn on. 8 Sleep's cooling is active. The pod moves temperature-controlled water through the cover in real time, independently on each side of the bed, across a range of roughly 55 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not just resisting heat, it's actively pushing your side of the bed toward a target, and that target shifts throughout the night as you move through your sleep stages. So think of it this way. Passive cooling gives everyone the same slightly cooler than average surface. Active cooling gives each sleeper their own thermostat. And if you and your partner fight over the temperature, that is a very different feature than sleeps a little cooler. It is also worth noting that Casper's own answer to this is literally called the Snow line. They're cooling specific hybrids. Even the brand that makes the mattress agrees temperature is a separate problem from support, and they just solve it with materials instead of electronics like 8 Sleep. Now, motion isolation and edge support are properties of the mattress itself. So the foam, the coil structure, how the edges are reinforced, and Casper builds for this directly. Depending on the model, you're getting zone support and either all foam or pocketed coil construction, engineered specifically to absorb movement and keep the edges from collapsing when you sit down to put on your shoes or get up in the morning. 8 Sleep on its own doesn't really compete here because it's not building the support structure at all. The pod cover sits on top of whatever mattress you already have. So your motion isolation and your edge support are whatever your current mattress gives you. If your existing bed is a worn out spring mattress that transfers every movement of your partner, the pod's temperature tech won't fix that. And it was never meant to. We're clearly and only talking about temperature regulation. 8 Sleep does sell its own adjustable base, which changes this equation a little bit, but the core cover and hub system inherits your mattress's structural properties rather than replacing them. So you really want to be looking at 8 Sleep if temperature regulation is your main complaint. The pod sensors read heart rate and heart rate variability with accuracy that the brand reports at 99% against a clinical ECG, along with respiratory rate, sleep stages, and snoring, all without a wearable. Over a couple of weeks, it builds a baseline specific to you, so it can flag things like an unusual spike in resting heart rate or a shift in your breathing pattern. If health data like this would be helpful to you or it's something that you're looking for, you would actually see your deep sleep in REM. Or maybe you're curious what your HRV is doing, and that's a feature that Casper just structurally can't offer here because it isn't building a smart product, it's a mattress. So again, the pod is something very specific for a very specific customer, and that's mainly what we're talking about today. Now let's talk money, because these are obviously two very different systems priced completely differently. So these are today's prices straight from each brand's site, and both companies do run frequent sales, so treat them as the shape of it and give the live pages one more glance before you buy anything. Casper is a one-time purchase. Right now, their lineup runs from the One at $8.99 for a queen on the all foam end, up through their hybrids like the Dream, which is about $1,700, and the Snow Max, which is their premium cooling hybrid at $32.95. You pay once, you get 100-night trial to actually test it, and a 10-year warranty on the mattress itself. There is no app, no subscription, no reoccurring fee ever. 8 Sleep is a bigger number up front, and then it kind of keeps going. The base Pod 5 runs at just under $3,000 for a queen, and that already includes the dual zone system, so both sides of the bed are independently controlled right out of the box, and there's no upgrade needed there. It's $32.98 if you bundle a year of autopilot in at checkout, since that membership is required to actually unlock the smart features of the pod, like the auto adjusting temperature, the health tracking, all of it. Now, the autopilot works out to about $299 for a year or $25 a month if you'd rather pay monthly. The Pod 5 Ultra also sits above that and adds the hydro-powered blanket and the more immersive features on top of the same dual zone base. The trial window is only 30 nights instead of Casper's 100. There is a standard warranty of 2 years, stretching it to 5 years if you're on a qualifying membership plan. So here's the honest shape of it. Casper is a pay once and done. 8 Sleep is a higher entry cost, plus that required subscription for at least the first year. Neither structure is bad, neither structure is a trap. They're just built for very different buying habits, and it's worth deciding which one you're actually comfortable committing to before you fall for either product. Again, if you love your mattress, but the temperature controlling is the problem, then the pod might be a great way to go. But if you don't like your mattress and you're already looking for something new, then maybe the Casper cooling is a better option here. Again, it's kind of hard to say which is better in this situation because the criteria are very different. If what's bothering you is your mattress itself, you're sinking in the middle, your partner's movements wake you up, the edges have given out, you're way too hot on your mattress, that's a support and structure problem, and that's Casper's category. You need a new mattress, not just a temperature layer on top of an old one. But if your mattress is fine and you love it, but the actual problem is temperature regulation, you run hot, your partner runs cold, you're waking up a lot at night, especially sweaty at around 3 a.m., that's a thermoregulation problem, and no amount of new foam really fixes that. So that's where 8 Sleep comes in and tries to fix this problem. And plus, if you want the health data, the HRV, the sleep stage breakdown, the early warning tracking, that's only on the table with something like the Pod 5 from 8 Sleep, regardless of what your current mattress offers you. But if you're not ready for an ongoing subscription or your current mattress is genuinely past its life, adding a pod on top of a worn out bed is solving the wrong problem. So fix the foundation first, then address the temperature regulation. That's the split: active thermoregulation and biometric tracking on one side, ergonomic support and one-time ownership on the other. If this helped you figure out which one you're actually shopping for, let us know in the comments. We're all about better sleep, one night at a time. Please subscribe to the Sleep Circle and sweet dreams.